Good morning, Muscle Car Corner here in the pits at Bowling Green for Nostalgia Nationals. We've got some neat, funny cars here. One of Ed McCulla's cars. It's great to see this car here. Looking good, man. Wow. That thing is awesome. Just the way it was.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Awesome.
I'm Brad.
Brad, Vic Miller.
Vic, nice to meet you, sir. How long have you had the car?
6 years.
Yeah? Is it one of the original
No,
body?
it's a tribute car. Came
Gotcha.
Off the same jig.
Okay.
Could have been his second car if he would have liked the first red one.
Gotcha. Where'd you get the body at?
It's never been separated.
No?
Yeah, it's an
Gotcha.
original car.
Wow. Wow. Nice.
Just the paint job is a tribute.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
It was a sister car to his first red one.
I love it. He was a legend.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. What's in the motor on these opposed to what they used to be and what they are now?
Well, mostly it was the fuel pump and blowers, the difference. So 1,700 horsepower back then.
Gotcha.
And now, of course, they're 10,000, 11,000.
What is that? What this is pushing out?
This will make upwards of 2,400.
2,400.
Just
Gotcha.
how hard you spin it.
Gotcha.
When you want to run it.
Gotcha. Good deal, man. Well, I'm glad I was here yesterday and it wasn't but just one or two funny cars. So
Yeah, I rolled in last night at 6.
Did you? Where'd you come from?
Washington State.
All right. That's a good little haul, huh?
That was a haul. Left Monday morning.
Well, I got a YouTube channel. I'm shooting for NHRA and YouTube, so I'll put you on my YouTube channel. Check it out when you get a moment.
Sure.
And love to see the car run. So appreciate you bringing it, man. Looking forward to it. Thanks so much. Yeah, any day at the drag strip is better than a day pretty much anywhere, you know?
It's legal. 6 seconds.
Gotcha.
It's not a show car, it's a race car.
Gotcha. All right, man. Enjoy your day. Love these old Slingshot rails. They are so cool. Bob Gary's.
Yeah. And they're already giving out the goodie bags too. So
Oh, 67 NHRA champion. Oh, that's an early one there. They'll be cackling these a little later on today. I gotta look at the schedule. I saw Grumpy's toy. I think it's a clone, but boy, it sounded good. Gotta go find that car. The Super Duster. What is going on, my man? How you doing, brother?
yeah, very good. Yourself?
Good, man.
Yeah, good.
What's been happening?
Yeah, just hanging out and doing
Good,
well.
good.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
can't get any better than being here.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree totally, man. It's right. Being set up and just it's a great time. It really is. I'm just praying the rain stays away.
Boy, that's the biggie right there.
Yeah, definitely. It means it's,
So you gonna be running the car today? No.
Yeah, no, we'll do it tomorrow. We have tech. They said later on today, and then we'll do it tomorrow. We'll crank it up, and then Saturday, typically I do it just sometime after lunch maybe, and then
Gotcha.
for the Cackle Fest and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's what we're doing. And
Nice,
anyway,
nice.
So yeah, it'll be
Damn, you need to run it down the quarter once, man.
Dude, I've I have my drive shaft with me and everything to do that. But and this is a tribute to my dad, and so
Of course.
I've said I don't want to do a full out pass or anything, just to do a memorial pass, something like that. Do a burnout.
That would be
take a
cool.
tree and putt down, but I don't think they're gonna let me do that. I've been offering that quite a bit and stuff. But
Why would it? Is
right.
it not up to snuff as far as safety equipment and stuff?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Everything. Actually, I have a Mustang body, a fastback 72.
Okay.
And so we put that on and we run the car and stuff.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm still having a kind of hard time staying ahead of the car. So I'm in my licensing, process, and so to just get out and make a full pass, I'd probably embarrass myself.
It's a little
to be
scary,
honest.
isn't it?
It's fast. It really is, and it's what
When you're not used to it and haven't been in it all the time.
True. Yeah, no, we bracket raced for a lot of years, and I had a little 500 horsepower, small block, and went to this thing, and my buddy says, you didn't just kind of jump in the pond, you went to the middle. I'm like, well, yeah. But each time I'm getting better,
That's good.
It takes some time.
That's good.
So anyway, that's kind of what we're doing with it. But it's a lot of fun. My mom, I tell people, she likes this. She don't like me, on the track and going down. And
Gotcha.
I tell her, I said, Mom, to the safety today and what we have to go through compared to 74 is
it's like 9 day.
I feel safer strapped in this car going down the track than I do on the highway. So, anyway, it's just kind of how you look at it. So.
John Force, his wreck was a tribute on how well these cars are built to take an unbelievable hit and protect the driver,
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
He's lucky to be here and alive, no doubt.
Definitely, and I'm glad he is, and stuff.
Oh, no doubt.
I've always wanted for John, just because of what he is and what he means to the sport, to at least have one more year, because that's kind of the way he was talking with Austin. Is he going to take my place and all this? And you thought, that last year and his tour, it's. That mean a lot to him, I'm sure, and just the fans as well. But we kind of missed out on that.
I thought he would have been good before he got in that accident to go ahead and go into the Nostalgia Funny Cars. And do that program, At least he's not under the gun as much. But
definitely. He's got the parts and the.
Oh my gosh, no doubt there.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been following John since the late 80s when he really started coming in, at Gator Nationals every year. And
So you're at the Gators?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
I'm the one that did the video in U.S. Nationals also.
That's right.
I just have a NHRA vest. Corner Classic Car Hunter.
Classic. That's it. So when you were at the Gators, see, I can't, because it was raining, and we got to cackle a couple of times.
Did you?
And then they said, because you were the one last year at the U.S. Nationals saying, you need to bring this to the Gators so people can see it. And I'm going to tell you, we got
it was well received, wasn't it?
Oh, unbelievable. People just, I couldn't imagine. It was kind of funny because, you're not working out of your trailer like we are here.
Sure.
And so we were, just kind of setting back away from the car. And a lot of times we'd kind of, be out among the crowd, and you could hear people when they rounded that corner, like, oh, look at the Super Duster. They got
bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, and it humbles the heart.
That's awesome.
When that happens. And so thank you for saying that. I kind of recognize you, but I wasn't. Anyway, so
I finally got my credentials with them, and I've been trying to get that for a bit, about a year now.
Yeah, okay,
and
wonderful.
So they finally said, so I can get right online now and get all the close action.
Oh, good for you.
So
yeah, that'll be nice. I enjoy the videos. I subscribe to the page and watch.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's really neat.
It's gone pretty viral. It's gone. Quite a few people been on my channel,
Totally, yes.
So
we laughed last year. I think, I don't know if I said this to you, that you videoed us maybe cackling or something.
Yep.
And my brother was in the car at that time, and I told him, I said, "Oh, I met this guy," and I said, "Look, dude, he's posted this on his YouTube page, and it's already got like 5,000 or some, some crazy number for us, He had some views, and he was like, "Oh, I've got to get my marker out to get ready to sign autographs." I was laughing. I was like, "Yeah, right, Brian," and stuff.
Well,
so
y'all are having a good time, man. That's what it's all about.
The Gators was great, but it just started.
That rain was terrible.
And then they told us, they said, "Oh, you can just load up and go on and go home on Sunday." And I really, looking back at that, I wish we wouldn't have. I wish we would have stayed, because actually it turned out to be a nice day.
Yeah, we got it all in.
Yeah.
A lot of some of the sportsmen and stuff didn't get to run, but they forfeited their points or whatever they need to do.
So and I was looking for you, and then I saw you were posting. I think they had the Proc car down. I know that David had that down there.
Yeah, the Howland Proc.
Yeah, and
neat car.
Yeah, and I said, well, crap, he was there, and I just didn't get to see him. But
no, I did see it. You said that you were not going to be there possibly. I said we'll do an interview.
Yeah.
And then I just got super busy. I didn't look to see if you were there or not.
Yeah, and stuff. And then actually after we cackled on Saturday, through my son's work, we were invited to go over to the Joe Maynard's pits, and
nice.
We got to sit in there while it was just pouring rain and visit with them, and got a tour of Alexis's pit area.
Oh, nice.
Mike Smith did that, and that was really nice. And it kind of felt like a big wig then, it's like, all right, stuff. So, but then we went back, and they were like, y'all can go home, load up, and we were like, oh, okay. So
yeah.
And but we really enjoyed the Gators, and so I'd like to, do that again. And,
heck yeah.
My really goal for next year is to save up and go out to the Hot Rod reunion on the West Coast. I'd like to. I'd really like to be part of the Nitro revival and do that. I think, I've kind of missed out. My dad had his wreck at US 30. That was going to be their next stop, was to go out to Irwindale, and now, anyway, so.
Well, you need to make it. I'm going to be out there, I think, this year as well.
Okay. Yeah. It'll be
I got quite a few people that want me to look at their collections, and I've got Paul Rossi and a couple others that are going to be there. He's got a new super stock car, a clone to his 7446 pack Challenger. And he was big in super stock. He won everything back then,
Exactly.
But they built a new car, and so they're going to debut it at U.S. Nationals. I'm going to be part of his pit crew.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's for a couple of days, so I'm going to be hanging right with them and go through all the motions of everything. So
that'll be great.
I can't tell you the people I've met with this channel.
Yes.
It's just amazing. All the old drag racers, and it warms my heart.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
That's even through this is like when we were at the Gator Nationals, we unloaded, kind of had to unload from the area we were going to be at, and here comes this guy on this golf cart and has a young boy with him, and I can hear him saying, "This is how funny cars look back in the 70s," and oh my gosh, and it was Frank Manzo.
No kidding.
I was like, I said, "Are you Frank Manzo?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so, just getting to talk with him and people like that and see their reaction, was just, that's like, oh wow. And even at Indy last year, Jack Beckman,
Fast Jack.
He was coming down with his little mini bike. I think he had his girlfriend with him, and he was saying the same thing and stopped. We got pictures of that. It's like,
nice.
Fast Jack gave us stamp of approval, but Frank, we got tickled at him. He got to showing us pictures of his cars through the years, and he was like, here's the one I won the first national event with, and I was like, and how many more did you win after that? He was like, a few. I was like, bull, you're over 100, aren't you?
He wiped up
he
clean.
Said 104.
Wow.
Wow.
Unreal.
Couldn't imagine that, but it's just, but that's the thing, I tell people.
It's the people here and the cars.
It is, yeah. And I've said, through all my years of racing, because we did bracket racing, you might have met one bad apple out of the whole bunch. But 99.9%
I tell you what,
For the world.
it's an amazing car. I love it.
Yeah, well, I
Did you
appreciate
put this on since the last time I saw it?
No, nothing's
Nothing changed? I don't remember that being on there.
Yeah, I was going to do a couple of stickers, and I've kind of just decided to talk myself out of it and stuff.
Well, leave it clean looking like that.
Yeah, that's what
you
a
know.
lot of people say. Just do that, and so yeah, really no changes or much. It's
Yeah, it's looking good.
It's just it, yeah. So we appreciate it, really do and stuff. And like I say, it's kind of a little tight corner this year versus what I was. I'm more open, so I've stuck it out.
Yeah.
I think we're all right.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Well, let me venture on to all the other vehicles I got to look at. Good seeing you, my
You
man.
too, my man. You too.
I'm
Thank
telling
you
you.
for everything.
I'll see you again today. I'll be here. Well, I tell you what, it's always a pleasure talking with him. And the Super Duster, I just love it. This car is just amazing. And it's a tribute to his dad that got killed in '74. And he's carrying on the tradition and the torch. This is a little bit about the car. And there's an original picture with his dad right there. Neat stuff. Super Duster. There it is right there. Well, on to the next one. Awesome car. Hope y'all enjoy. Let's Car Corner sign out on this vehicle.